so just a quick video to talk through this contact list setup. So I'm just going to click on create contact list, and I always like using the example document just to make sure we have everything exactly correct. So I'm just going to call this test. This is in my own account as well. It's just talking through the steps. So when you're adding contacts, there'll be an example document available to you. So if you download this and open it up, you'll see that it's in this type of format right here with first name, last name. These don't really matter what order, but this is what it looks like. It's very, very simple. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to first remove these two columns because we don't need these, and remove this row because we don't need that. And once you obviously have this done once, you don't need to do it again. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the columns from the file that you sent over to me. Just the first name, last name, and email. So for example, with this, I only need these three. And I'm just going to paste these in here. So now I have first name, last name, primary email. I don't need external data reference, so I can remove that. And then basically all of the other columns that you have in here, these are going to be stored as embedded to data. So all we need to do is just copy and paste these in as well. So I'm just going to go with the code and store name first, since they are grouped together. And just paste those in. And that's for this person. Then all I need to do is grab the rest of the embedded data. So I'm just going to go for business unit, country, region, and to there. So I just need all of these. Oh, right, went too far. I'm just going to copy that and paste it in here. So that's it. Obviously, we don't need any of this formatting or anything like that. So I'm just going to remove that in case that causes issues. So just going to leave it. The font doesn't matter, but I'm going to remove the coloring and the fill and all the rest to make sure that that doesn't cause any issues. And that should be good. We should be okay now. So basically all you need in this file is just each of the names across the top here. So I know this one is, okay, NE source and value. Is it any source? Let's see. Any sale and any share. Okay, any sale in value and any share in value as well, when you can put that in. So basically, having a look at your file, what we need to make sure we don't have in here are additional rows, because each row will be counted as a response or as a person. So these sort of things won't work. Like we need to make sure we remove this. We need to make sure we remove this first column as well, because it's going to count that as a column that is trying to insert into the file. And of course it doesn't have a title, so that won't work. And then the rest is just making sure that you have each person and all of their information filled in around it. Now these ones out here as well won't work because they don't have a title. So if these are more embedded data fields, just make sure that you have it as a just have a title for it in their first row, and then put the values in after it. And once you have all of this set up correctly, like the way it is right now, the only thing that it needs filled out is the primary email. So currently only this row right here will be filled, will actually go into your file. So just make sure that every row has an email address, and you can leave the rest blank if you want it. But obviously it's better to fill in as much information as you have on each person. And last thing to do then is when you export this example document, it will be in a CSV file format. I see your current one is in an XLSX file, but that won't work. So we need to make sure that it's either saved as a CSV, or if you use the example document and save it, we'll just keep it as a CSV file. Then when we go to import, this will work correctly. So I hope that answers your question, but like I say, if you're ever in doubt, just go and use the example document to be sure that it's all in the correct format.